On December 21, 2024, a security camera in St. Petersburg, Russia, captured a shocking scene. A 68-year-old woman was seen pouring a flammable liquid onto an ATM and then setting it on fire with a match. The flames spread quickly, causing panic at the scene. According to Russian police, the woman was arrested shortly after the incident. Investigators believe she was acting under the orders of unidentified individuals, but her exact motives remain unclear. No injuries were reported, but the ATM and part of the bank were destroyed by the fire. A criminal inquiry has been opened to clarify the details of the case, but I haven't found any further information regarding its progress. In a moment of calm, things can turn into absolute chaos without any warning. That's exactly what happened on December 23, 2024, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A quiet marina, people enjoying the day, boats docked with no signs of danger, until, suddenly, the worst happened. No one seemed to suspect anything, until in the blink of an eye, the boat was torn in half by a massive explosion. Witnesses reported the deafening sound, followed by screams of panic. 5 people were injured, 3 of them in critical condition. A 6th victim, initially listed as missing, was later found dead by divers. The burning boat began drifting dangerously toward another nearby boat. A group of 9 people tried to put out the flames by throwing water, but it wasn't enough. The fire spread to the second boat, intensifying the blaze. The Fort Lauderdale Fire Department received multiple 911 calls at once, alerting them about the explosion. Authorities have yet to release what caused the explosion. No signs of a fuel leak were identified before the incident. The only certainty is that on that day, a peaceful moment turned into an irreversible tragedy. On January 9, 2018, a shocking incident occurred at Concession Station, on São Paulo's metro line, 1 Blue, Brazil. Security footage captured the moment a man suddenly pushed a woman onto the tracks, just seconds before an approaching train arrived. Fortunately, she was rescued in time and taken to the hospital with a broken arm, but her injuries were not life-threatening. After the attack, the man walked away but was quickly apprehended by security agents. According to the São Paulo Metro's press office, the attacker suffers from mental health issues and allegedly pushed the first person he saw on the platform. The police report states that he claimed to have heard voices before the incident. He was detained at the scene and taken into custody. At Conceição Station, the only safety measure for passengers is the yellow line, which marks the safe distance from the platform edge, less than a meter from the gap where the tracks run. The metro system uses a third rail to provide power to the trains. This rail is only energized when a train reaches the station. In this case, the woman fell between the rails without touching them, which ultimately saved her life. Additionally, the third rail is located on the opposite side of the platform, further reducing the risk of electrocution. On January 21, 2025, a shocking accident occurred in the village of Tarsati, in the Surat district of India. The incident took place at a compressed natural gas, CNG, fueling station, where a driver of an eco-friendly car had stopped to refuel. But in an instant, what seemed like a routine task turned into an unbelievable scene. CCTV cameras captured the exact moment when the CNG nozzle suddenly detached during refueling. The equipment came loose with force, striking the driver in the face. Despite the scare, the driver survived the incident, but the impact was so severe that he required 8 stitches. In my last video, I covered the tragic plane crash in Philadelphia, which occurred on January 31st, 2025. Among the stories that emerged after the disaster, there's a true miracle. A man narrowly escaped death after being struck in the head by a piece of metal while inside a restaurant, about 800 meters from the crash site. The small piece of metal shattered through the restaurant's window and hit the customer. Despite the violent impact, he survived the incident. However, the plane, which was carrying 6 people on board, including a child who had received medical treatment in the city. The child's mother and 4 crew members, wasn't as fortunate. Sadly, everyone on board lost their lives in the crash. Local authorities, including the National Transportation Safety Board, the FBI, and the Federal Aviation Administration, are investigating the wreckage to determine what caused the aircraft to go down. Meanwhile, this man's story reminds us that, even in the midst of tragedy, life can be as fragile as it is surprising.